Okay, my friends, I have not had a chance to play with certain things that I have recently ordered. A lot of tonic things, and a lot of times with tonic, what happens is they sell out of things so quickly, in certain launches that if I pick it up, it's mostly because I want to have it in my stash and maybe I won't get to it for a while, but I hope to get to those. With these Griffin ones, I picked this up recently on HSN, excuse me, and I just haven't had a chance to play with them, guys. Lots of other new releases I have to get to and things like that I've been sharing with you guys. So today, I don't even know what from this I will play with. I just grabbed everything because I was like, let me start playing with this stuff. So I have the Sugar Egg Scene Dice. Ooh, that sounded bad. I have the Compendiums, the Cardcentric Compendiums, and I have all of the Compendiums. I think there were Slimline Square, and then like whatever the other one is, which is like 5x7 plus another one that's a little bit smaller than 5x7. I did all those measurements in the tutorial, in the review video or unboxing video. I still had some people asking me questions as far as sizing, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I measured all the different things in there, but hopefully you can see that video and watch it again and get some sizing. If I do play with these, maybe I'll mention it again briefly, but I'm not going to remeasure everything. I have rub-on transfers, which I don't use too often, so I'm kind of curious to those. I have these floral pattern vellum cards and envelopes, which are really pretty. So we'll try to do something. I honestly have no idea what. What else? Oh, well, and I will have all these things linked in the description box if they're currently available, and those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So let me look at some of these things. Let me kind of think about what it is that we want to create, or at least that I want to create today. We might not get to this, or maybe we'll use some of the accents, like the little swan, maybe, or like this little spray here. Maybe with some of these guys. Maybe we'll use one of these guys. I don't know. We have the rub-ons. We have these pretty things. So let me just think about it, and I'll be right back. So I gave it a little bit of thought. I think since these are 5x7s, I'll use the Cardcentric Compendium that does 5x7 type thing. So this is the die set that'll do the 5x7, like the larger die. This one does one that's a little bit smaller, and this is one I did measure, and this is the one that somebody had a question about, but I was like, I measured it. Metal to metal is just over 9 inches, so that means 4.5 inches, card base, and then like 6 1/4 inches, a little bit bigger than that, so 4.5 inches by 6 1/4 card base. And so that's why all these things kind of measure back into a 5x7 pretty easily. This is the base that'll make you a 5x7. Then I have the other guys, which I won't use today. I mean, there's other pieces you can use them in other ways, like this cute little guy. All these things have the same design. I don't know if you noticed that scalloped look that Anna uses pretty often. But let's put those to the side right now. We'll see about these things. Okay, so from here I want to pick like a background, because I'm basically going to cover it. I mean, with a lot of these other die cuts, and you know what I mean by cover. I'm not going to cover it too much because I don't like doing that, but it is going to be in the background. And you can put a piece of paper in here, a card base inside of it. You can use a card insert, which is another way. The Griffin card inserts aren't like super sturdy, so I mean these are sturdy. I mean they're vellum, but if you just put a card insert, it's still going to be a little bit thin, but that might be okay. We'll see. Ooh, oh, you know what? It is very interesting. I didn't notice the backside is blank. I don't know why whenever I went through them I figured like this would be all the way around, but it's not. Maybe we should do this one. Okay, and then I want to use the rub-ons, right? Because we have not really tried those, or I've never tried those with Anna. So I have this coral piece of paper. I don't know that really goes though. Ah, darn. I want to do it on here. Let me see if I have another piece. This is purple. It's like a pinky purple. Maybe we can make this work. I really want to use this paper. Let me look at the rub-ons and what I might cut it out with, to have a better idea. Because maybe we do the rub-on and like, let's say, see, this is why I didn't want to cover everything up, but let's say we have that there, and let's say that's gold, because then the gold will like separate it out. And then let's say we do this with the rub-on with that corally paper, and since it's sitting on top, maybe it won't be as noticeable that it doesn't really super match. Maybe. Okay, so let's think about that. We do have these guys that help us make frames if you want to do that, or a different matte layer, or even a smaller matte layer, but I think this one is probably good to go. I really like having this a little bit smaller. That still works for a 5x7. Okay, I'm going to go through these guys and see if there's something here that would coordinate with that base, and maybe I should have looked at this first, I don't know, or match them up together first. There are a couple sheets of each design set. Ooh, something like that. I just want something, it's a little bit larger that I can just cut, and it'll just be there, you know? So let me look through this. Oh, maybe something like this, I don't know. I'll be right back, guys. So yeah, something like this. Let's say if that was in that bottom corner, we die cut it. Might cut a little bit of it off. I was gonna say maybe we can put something like this up at the top, but maybe something smaller like this one. Let's try it. Okay. So what I need to do is like cut this guy out. I'm gonna do this and add this to my paper, and then I'm gonna die cut. But if you think you should die cut it first and then add this, you know, it's whatever you like. I feel like this flower, see how are they different? I don't think they're different actually. Because if you took this and turned it, watch, I'll show you. It's gonna be the same, it just is in a different orientation, so it had me thinking it's the same. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we need to have an idea about where we need this, and maybe what I can do is cut down this piece of paper, that way I'll have just a better idea. So, let's say I place this like in here somewhere, or even like that, and then when I die cut it, it'll just kind of cut in there. Okay. I do not know. Oh, you know what? Duh. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to rub this down with. Okay, so you take that back piece off. Obviously, this area is going to be sticky. The carrier is not sticky because it's just not. Let's put this here. And I can just use like some kind of burnishing tool, or just a, it's called bone folder. So I'm just kind of systematically going. Oh, don't want to. The other thing too, when you're scratchy, it can transfer to your paper. So I'm kind of wondering if I should just leave this on here. No, I better not. So maybe when I die cut it, because what if when I die cut it, the pressure makes this come up, you know? I guess we'll find out. Alright. Generally with transfers, you can see if you got it right, because it starts looking dull, or before it was a little shinier, but this is very matte at the top anyway, so it's very dull already. So what you can do is just pick it up slowly. Just have a good idea if you got that pretty well. Ooh, let's see. Okay, looking good. Not too great. The very corner there. This is kind of hurting my hand. Okay. Okay, looks good. This is like super sturdy material, I'm telling you. I can see I cut off a little bit of this. Try to get that stuck down. Okay. I guess we can go little by little, just making sure. And you saw that one little bit, it came up, and so all I did was lay this back down and then just give it a little burnishing. I'm being super patient with this, as you can see. Alright. It feels really nice. I'm so scared. I feel like if I run through it might come up, so I was thinking if I put this on there to kind of protect it. Think that'd be good? You know? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So this is the other guy. And let's take that carrier off. Super sturdy. Really nice. And let's pretend we cut that there-ish. And this little pretty can be like in here somewhere. Somewhere like that. I don't know. Okay, let's just more like that. Okay. And again, I'm just going to take my time and rub, rub, rub. Carefully, carefully. I was going to grab a card insert from like an old card kit that I probably have. Make your own, of course. Let's see. Pretty good. Looking good. That one was really big, so that's why I just kind of went over it a few times, because I just wanted to make sure I was... Ooh. I'm going to push that down a little more. Okay, moment of truth. So I'm going to run this through, and hopefully we don't end up pulling away our beautiful pieces here. So like there, maybe. Yeah. And I'm going to run this through the marquee, so I can definitely just hold it, but I'll put a little piece of tape, and I'll be right back. Like we might have avoided disaster. That's awesome. All right, perfect. Look at that. And if anything, it just squishes it in, but really be sure that your transfer is on there really nice and flat. And I'm sorry about the lighting. I made it lighter. It's good. Every time I pause and come back, the camera reads the lighting as like, oh, it's a little bit different now, but it's the exact same lighting. So sometimes I'll make it more orange or more blue, and I'm sorry about that. But that is really pretty. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna run this through some gold paper. Yeah, gold. I was gonna say, well, I can probably do like pink or something. It is gonna be a big difference between this one and the previous one, but that's okay. All right, I'll be right back. So I just ran this through, and I had mentioned that maybe it's too much spacing. Ooh, that got a little wonky. Again, some of the Anna Griffin dies are much thicker than others, so I get that kind of effect. But what I was gonna do, I think, we'll try to cover that up. Well, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? There's so much space between one and the other. Is that same purple paper I showed you guys earlier, and I thought, it's kind of a weird pinky purple, and these are just a lot of colors. I know there's purple in the background, so I thought, you know what? Let's do that one, and let's cut out with this matte layer, and then see how that looks. So it'll run interference between the coral and the gold. But I'll be right back. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Let's get rid of all these things. And so we have this guy with a little purple in the background to kind of echo the purple that's in here. And then this guy, I think that's better. Just a little something to break up that goldness. So, let me see about putting a card insert in here just so we can see better what's going on, because I know, you know, it kind of fades away. I'll be right back. Guys, I was gonna go look at an old card kit and, you know, get an insert, because most of the card kits come with inserts, but I just came across this on my way over there, and I was like, the blush card kit, and then I thought they were all pink. I already forgot that quickly. No, there's other colors, and actually even this reddish. Oh, that'd be pretty, huh? I'm gonna go with, I think this pink for today, but that red looks really nice, and everything, I mean, look at that, and then it goes that coral on the top. Yes, yes, yes. Now, for me, I'm not just going to put this in there because you see how it sticks out. So the card inserts are generally made so they're just a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to take a little bit off of this. So if it's, you know, 5x7, let's say a little bit smaller than 4 7/8. And then the height would be the same. That part actually isn't a problem. But if you want to cut it down, you can definitely cut it out. And I just had to cut off enough so that it's not just like sticking out in the way. So just something like that. And if I'm generally stick down a card insert, I only put glue on the back side or on this very front piece, right, actually. But since this is vellum and I want it to stay looking nice, I'm just going to put the glue on this back piece. And I am going to use like liner tape. And yeah, that's not going to pick up with the front of the card when you open it, but at least it'll stay. You can tie it with like a little ribbon. I mean, there's lots of ways to make that stay. And I guess since it's in the back, you can probably put more. I'm just going to put the one strip and hope that stays good. I mean, you can even put some regular glue there if you would like. And I'm really going to tuck this in here. Now, I probably didn't have to. I went a little bit smaller than 4 7/8 just because when I put it in here, it did look like it was sticking out quite a bit. So you can probably do like 4 15/16 or whatever it is you might want. So generally what happens with the liners when you open this comes with it, because I usually put that little piece of tape like this in the front, so as you can see when I go to open it, it's kind of gangly. It just kind of wants to come with it, but I did it opposite this time. And I suppose these guys, we're just going to glue them down and then go from there. Yes, this got a little bit wonky. I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh, it even broke right there. See that? Okay. This is paper that's a little more sensitive. I'm just going to put the glue around here and let the frilliness be frilly, I guess. Make that part of the design there. And I'm just going to hold that down. I think I'm going to glue these two together, and then I'll be right back, okay? Okay, so I just want to show you how I have these things to flatten out everything. Just, I put something heavy on top, and I mean, this is pretty flat. And this is the one that had a little bit of crinkling, right, when I had ran it through. So let's see what we got. Not too bad. Much better than when I hadn't flattened it out, right? Hopefully you can tell. There you go. And then we'll have this. So, in the meantime, I was just looking to see what I might have, and I feel like I'm always pulling out these same things. So I have sentiments here. I have, oh, you know what? These might not work. Well, no, yeah, they're fine. These flourishes. I thought they were more like acorns and things like that. I'm like, huh, maybe they're more floral related, but we do have some in here that are okay. So I'm just going to play around a little bit because essentially we're done with our card. We just need to decorate it, right, and add a sentiment and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know that I'll need any of these things. You know, I don't like covering up too many things. Oh, that actually looks very pretty, though. In that corner, and then if we repeat it in the next bottom corner, or just in the top corner, you know, you don't have to do everything the same, or like one on top, one on the bottom. That's a look. Okay, so let me see. I have these small sentiments. Obviously, I have tons of sticker packs and tons of things like in other card kits. Maybe we can, color's not good. These are just cartouche things that I already have cut. That's why I was kind of looking at them to see if that would be something I want to include. Well, anyway, let me go through and see what it is that I want. Maybe I'm just going to grab a sticker that's ready-made, and I'll be right back. Much for this. I was like, oh, Happy Mother's Day, you know, that's coming up, kind of. We're a little far off still. So I'm going to use that one. I don't really care for how bright that purple is, and these are just pieces I already had cut. So what I'm going to do is take my little cartouche thing, or I think that's what they call them. I'll run this one through. And literally just that piece. And I'll be right back. So I'm just going to cut a piece of paper down small enough to fit in here, run it through, and then I'll bring the gold back, plus this, and it'll just be simple so we can appreciate pretty much everything that's here. It's going to cover up a little bit that's in here. I was planning on putting it maybe down here or over here, but you know me, I'm going to put it in the center, so I'll be right back. These will go through the marquee. I don't do that because I don't feel like the marquee is made for the thickness of the folder plus the cutting. I hear a lot of people do it. I've just never done it. I don't want to mess up my rollers if in case it does something like that, so I just don't do it. But in my Platinum 6, I did roll this through, and I have the Empress Mini, I have the Empress, and I have, you know, Cuttlebug and all those kinds of things that this might go through better. But with this guy, I said that kind of funny, I just did the platform, the paper in there, a cutting plate, because that's normally what you do with embossing folders, and then I added 3 plastic shims. I love these shims. I'm telling you, even if you don't have a Spellbinders Platinum, like, these are really great for any die cutting because you don't have to keep cutting cardstock or whatever, and I use them over and over and over, and I mean, they're perfectly great. 3 shims and this cut like a dream, and that's it. So I know sometimes it changes, and it depends, you know, from embossing folder to embossing folder, I've noticed, because I think I've done that before, and then other times it only takes 2 shims, or, you know, whatever. So, you know, you might have to test it out. All I do is run it through, and if it doesn't look like it really cut all the way through, I just add another shim. So this time 3 shims worked out. So, sorry about the lighting again. Ugh, every time I pause and come back. I am a little curious of what I want to do here, as far as if I'm going to pop this up or just leave it flat. This should be a sticker, right? Yes. It's being funny on me, but let's get this carrier off. Yeah, this has been fun because I've been wanting to use these things, and I'm like, just haven't had a moment. And I've been a little slower, not slower, but like I put out 1 video a day instead of, you know, like 4 or whatever I normally do. It's just been getting busy, guys. I'm not just, you know, with stuff here, but in real life. So there it is. And getting ready for that Hawaii trip. I'm like obsessed watching Hawaii videos, which is silly, and I'm sure afterwards YouTube is going to keep offering me Hawaii videos, and I'm going to be so sad when I come back. Is this sticker? It should be a sticker also, right? Oh. Okay, it is. I'm probably still going to put glue in. Honestly, I probably didn't have to pick that off just because... Ooh. It's a slick surface, and I don't really know how this glue keeps up over time. I think it does a pretty good job. So let's put this on here. Yeah, I like the gold. I was trying to, like I said, I wanted to use that purple or something else, but just a little garish. Okay, if we have that there, and let's say this is puffed up a little bit. Let's do it. Well, then I'm gonna pop this up. Okay, you know what? Let's do this one with a thicker pop-up. Dimensional, and then this from the same Griffin 3D foam kit. I'll do the smaller, oh, I took the carry off of that. This lower profile stuff behind this one, okay? And I'll be right back. Off of this guy, and I didn't pick out any flowers to like go underneath my Scentum or anything like that, because in this situation, and you guys know, I like everything to be appreciated, and I feel like the whole point of doing this rub-on transfer was for that. Excuse me, I mean, you can obviously just use pattern paper or whatever, but that's what I did there. And then I have this guy on top, and if I'm going to do that, I need a dimensional that's about the same height. So we'll put that there. And I didn't take this off because honestly some of it's going to be in the air and some of it's going to be stuck down, so let's just put it there. That looks so pretty. I love having some here and some there. Let's take this off anywhere else that it touches. And not really. So I'm just going to place that here. I really like that look. Okay, and then this little guy, again, you know, more flourishes, flowers. I'm always less is more. More can be more also. But again, I want to appreciate these guys. I mean, even putting this, maybe put it over to the side or here. Or, interesting. No, see, I just can't do it. But I'm going to put it a little bit lower so that some of these little pink flowers are sticking up from behind it. So it's still in the center, but not super duper center. And that is my card. We have lots going on. We have a blush card base. Of course, you can put like a signature card in there or whatever it is. We have the vellum card itself. We have the background, the topper piece with the matte layer behind it, and then of course our flourishes, and then our cartouche with a sentiment sticker, and the rub-on transfer there. So yeah, I mean, I finally got to play with some of these new items that I personally picked up. Super happy to have done that. Keep an eye out, guys. We'll continue playing with that, with those card-centric compendiums, I suppose, because there are several, and there's lots going on in them. Thanks for watching. I'll have all these items linked in the description box, and images are coming up, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.